Okay, hello and welcome back to Earl McGird's Garage. So last time we finished up our plug and our staple. That's all been finished. My fiddle peg stopper has come in the mail and is now stopping the horn. So what I'm going to work on now is the Scrimshaw. Um, I don't. There's a lot of different ways you can do this. You can actually do this like with carbon paper and do a design or something, and then transfer it to the horn. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to write this in my own hand. This is a Latin phrase here, and then I'm first going to write it out, and then I'm going to go back over and kind of sketch over it to make it bigger and thicker. And then we will begin to scrimshaw. And all scrimshaw really is basically a prison tattoo for ivory, bone, or horn. You're going to have some sort of carbon-based material on there, whether that's ink, or in this context is going to be graphite from a pencil. Then all you're going to do is you're going to take a sharp knife, a scalpel, a needle, and then you're going to poke at the line or cut the line to get the graphite or the carbon into the material, and that is going to then leave, then create the after image in whatever you're working on. So I'm doing this. I'm doing a Latin phrase. This is omnia meritus. This is a phrase my cousin came up with as the family words. Shout out to Wolf, my cousin. Um, he's a big Game of Thrones nerd. He came up with house words and banner for our family. And omnia meritus, the original words aren't obviously omnia meritus, or English is all things earned. And I thought that was a really great phrase, and I've kind of still kept that as the informal family motto. So I've decided I will scrimshaw it onto this powder horn. So thank you, Wolfgang. I really appreciate that creativity. But I figured it sounded good like that, but everything usually sounds better. You do it in Latin. So that is what I am doing. Omnia meritus, all things earned. So, like I said, I've written that out. I'm beginning to sketch my letters in to give myself more area to cut into. And all we're really doing, like I said, we're gonna make that cut. And it's like getting dirt. If you have a scratch in your fingernail and you get dirt in it, and it sticks around for a while, it's hard to get out. It's the same premise. We're just trying to get some dirt in a cut. So, all right. I'll get this all sketched up, and then we'll start working on it. Okay, so I've finished up my letters. So now I'm gonna begin the scrimshaw. So for me, I just use my pocket knife. This actually works pretty good. It's just my Kershaw folding knife. I put on a leather glove, and then I just actually hold the knife blade, and then I begin to make my cuts. And yeah, that for me that seems to be the technique. So like I said, I'll start here, and I'm just gonna cut into the letters, little shallow cuts. And it's meticulous and it takes a while, but this is actually not too hard. If someone wanted to get into this and do just scrimshaw, you absolutely could. It's not too hard. You can literally just do it with a needle. It's when I said it's like a prison tattoo, I'm not kidding. So I'm gonna get the O done, and I'll wipe off some of this pencil lead, and I will show you what I am talking about. Now, I'm not great at this yet. I'm kind of just getting the proof of concept down, but there's a lot of people that, I mean, they can do actual art with this stuff. Letters seem to be pretty easy. Obviously, the more intricate you get, whether you want to do like an old English style or something of that nature, something that's actually in like, colonial font, probably be a little bit more difficult than what I'm doing here. This is just good old grade school cursive. But that's the other beautiful thing about this stuff. You do what you like, do what you know, but work on it and grow yourself and see what you can do. Wipe it off. You just use a little water or spit. But there is my O for Omnia. And that's pretty good. You can see I have a little gap here and there. So we'll work on that. I'll do a little bit more pencil there. I'll scratch it in. And that's just that easy, folks. So again, this is anything. This is a hobby, really. I think the Scrimshaw, not the powder horn stuff, but the Scrimshaw, I think a lot of people could do. You could do this with plastic. Really any hard type material that's gonna, when you scratch it, is gonna leave an impression, leave a mark. I think is gonna will work. I've seen people, they use scalpels for this, which I think is pretty smart. A lot of control there, and I mean, you can make real good pieces of art. So there we go. There is my O. I'll do my M's, my E, R, or as an N actually, but yeah, Omnia Meritus. I'll begin working on that, and I'll show you how it turns out, folks. Okay, and there is our finished product, Omnia Meritus, all things earned. So last I'm going to do is going to rub this all down with steel wool, kind of give it a final polish. I'm also going to put some boiled linseed oil on the plug here, and then I'm going to affix the strap, and I think I'm going to adorn the end here with some tacks. So we will take a look at some of that activity, and I think we'll be done with this bad boy. Thank you very much for joining me on this journey. This has been very fun. Since doing this, I have actually gotten 2 commissions. I did not expect someone to actually see my work and say, hey, I want to pay that genius money to make me one of these things. But apparently I got friends and family that do like what they see and want one for their own. So right now we're just going to knock all this down with some steel wool. We've done most of the finishing, and the thing is, at this point, sandpaper would be too much. It would take too much away from the Scrimshaw. So now this kind of just gives us a last nice little cleanup. It's very fine. I think this is a 4/0 steel wool. That'll kind of help smooth this out. Also get rid of some of that, a little bit of that yellowing. We don't want to do it too much. We don't want to ruin all the work we just did. And then I find that when you get in here and do it, that's probably could use a little bit more work in here on the black part, but as we can see, it's starting to shine up nice in there anyway. Yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty happy today, folks. This has been a fun project. I'm glad you guys are come on the journey with me. I had a lot of fun doing this, and I cannot wait to take this out in the field for the full-blown Pennsylvania Longhorner LARP. I say LARP jokingly. However, I told myself, oh, I got a flintlock, but I won't get any of the, I won't do any accoutrements, the powder horn stuff. And here I am, I'm making a powder horn. So who knows? Maybe you'll see me out there with the slouch hat out in the field after Christmas for Pennsylvania flintlock season. So we'll see how it goes. Now look at that sycamore now. I got a little boiled linseed oil on there, and it's just soaking it right up. All right. And I'm going to cheat. I'm not going to make a strap. I'm going to just go ahead and use one I bought. Because why make one? Actually, I'm going to take a strap here. I'm going to split it in half. My utility knife here is the idea. I kind of did like some wonky wrap there and then a square knot, and I think we'll call it a day. Let's see if I can get my lark's head here on the front. Well, it looks like a lark's head for the front won't work, so plan B. We are going to slice this all the way down, and we will go ahead and tie it off. Just like that, folks, we got a powder horn. So, thank you very much for joining me on the journey. It's been a lot of fun. I'm going to tease the next project to be coming up. And it's been hiding here the whole time. Here is my curly maple full ink stock for my Hawken. So that will be a blast. I'll see you then, folks. Bye.